Joe Black. What I'm saying, people saying what's already been said. Predictions, I don't listen, it's already in my head, no funny. Your most hungry place, I was past that at 28. Underground tapes, as my ass cap and publishing states. As we
U.S. Bank Stadium holds just under 70,000 spectators, and they've come out in full force for this one. A fantastic atmosphere here in Minneapolis. Today, we reach Week 15, and we've got a good matchup in store between the Green Bay Packers and the Minnesota Vikings. Here's the former Utah Ute Matt Gay to get this one started. And we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. Taken at the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones, and he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. These two teams, you may remember, they met in Minnesota earlier in the year with the Vikings coming out victorious. So if they can win here in Minnesota, they get a sweep of the season series. They'll go again to Jones. And he'll be stopped up at the 26 after a gain of only a couple. This defense for the Vikings, they were excellent in that win over the 49ers last week.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the first down as well. Normally on third down and short yardage, you're thinking of throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Now a first down carry by Jones. And he's across the 45. It'll be second down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out. And they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. And here's Jones again on 2nd down. They find some open field here. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. 43 yards rushing for him already. A terrific opening drive on the ground, and it's a first down.
You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Here's a give to Jones running left. Oh, he bowls over it. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's first and goal. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard on the pickup there. Second and goal.
Here's where we need to see some tenacity from this defense because they've been pushed right down the field on this opening drive. They've got to find some way to push back, and that's a good first step.
On second down, it's Jones. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a third and goal. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, and now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Daniil Hunter make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. And his kick here is good. And the Packers are off to a 3-0 lead.
Well, they started the drive backed up pretty deep, but a nice effort to overcome the field position, get into field goal range on the game's opening possession.
And, Brandon, I think from where they started, the initial thought was, can we get 1 or 2 first downs and help out our defense after we pump the ball away with field position? But as that drive went on, I think their sights got set a little bit higher. They were thinking touchdown, ended up settling in between and coming away with a field goal.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground.
And the defense closes quickly there. He'll get maybe a yard to the 33.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On second and 9, Allen. Catch made, it's Moreau. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
The Vikings at 7-6, a game over 500 on the year. And they have certainly got it rolling as of late, winners of 6 in a row.
And I think this is where, as a head coach, you show your team some trust. Instead of just talking about winning, the very next game, you point out to them, we're on a nice run here. And if we keep doing this, we'll be playing at home in the postseason. And we know that that could ride us all the way to the Super Bowl if we get that done.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. From the 45 on second down, Allen. He's got a man, complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. It's a gain of 34. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
And that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive. And once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Matt Gay on for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gas,
yeah,
right?
A little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting upfield and giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
Say hello to Eric Kendricks. He gets the sack there.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Rodgers going to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And taken right on the 30. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Allen. Quick hitter here. It's complete.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Allen. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. A good pickup there, 26 yards. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open. Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good 1st down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on 1st down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Second and 6 from the 10.
Play action. Now it's Allen. Flushed out right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
This is where good coaching and execution come into play because down this close, you absolutely don't want to turn it over. Good job keeping that in mind as he escaped, bought time, and decided throwing it away was his best option.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps a field goal on the table as it's 4th down. Matt Gay now gets ready for the field goal try. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. After the made field goal, Gay back out there to kick it off. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Just a lone field goal for him so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. And he's got some space here. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 79 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Again, it's Jones. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Rodgers tapping this forward on the jet sweep. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. On play action, it's Rodgers. He'll find Jones again, complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Well, he's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Going deep downfield for Ross. Touchdown, Packers. John Ross, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Packers are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the 1st half. Extra point splits the uprights, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. Fields this way up at the 17. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And with 40 seconds to go, that's, you'd think, time enough to try to mount a drive should they decide to do so. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And this one is incomplete.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
On 2nd and 10, Allen. He's got a man, complete. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Here's Allen. Rager catches it left side. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Well, think of it like you would a typical boxing match. The person is on his heels and absorbing blows is having a tough time. And that's what's happening to the defense right now because the offense is on his toes and punching. And there was another first down run right there.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
Second and 10, we're all knotted up at 10, but it appears that may change soon. Only question is, will they have to settle for 3?
Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Now Allen. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. T.J. Hockenson in the final seconds of the first half. And the Vikings have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes it a 17-10 score. So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. But they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. Now Rodgers.
Throw right side. This is into the hands of the tight end, Tunyon.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 42-yard line.
A final shot before half for Rodgers. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. So we've reached halftime here in Minnesota with the Vikings on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half.
And a short kick taken at about the 16. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, But I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities. And I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground.
And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And a throw right sideline is complete. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. That gain on 3rd down, good for 28. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Jalen Reagor, 45 yards. And the Vikings have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead now up to 14. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change their thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Now a play fake. Rodgers.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Robert Spillane.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick 6.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. As confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Going deep downfield for Ross. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Packers. John Ross. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Packers are able to cut into that deficit.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead will be cut down to 14.
Vikings 31, Packers 17. Pat O'Donnell set to kick off.
After the touchdown on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away. And a short kick taken at about the 16.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Rashawn Gary able to finally wrestle him down for what's just going to be a huge loss, and it takes us to 4th down as well. The punt team on now is from their end zone. They get it away. Taking it about the 36. We'll call that a punt at 54 yards. Well struck. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Now, last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence that they're going to put more points up on the board.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Rodgers now to throw. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. When the guy with that type of speed, you do some. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
Rodgers going to go on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. On play action, Allen. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Packers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us? No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
Well, I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might temper their aggressiveness now offensively if they get in that fourth down spot again.
Yeah, one would think so, but maybe because they held him, they might go for it again.
And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Throwing now is Rodgers. Going deep downfield for Ross. And that one incomplete. They tried to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this third quarter of play. Gotta have this one.
He has it complete to Christian Watson.
He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on fourth down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
It's the former Patriot Devin McCourty. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football.
Well, time, I mean, certainly not on their side offensively. They had to take some chances, but that interception will further hinder their already slim chance of victory.
Yeah, and you're talking about time not on their side, but it certainly is on the defensive side, and they understood that. They knew they had to press it a little bit, and they planned accordingly, and what a benefit for them, able to pick that one off and hopefully put this game away.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the fourth quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands they're going to get additional guys running at the quarterback.
And meanwhile, Allen's throw taken in by Hockenson here. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the fourth, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. It's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, the night that they've had, you don't want to hear that. You just want to focus on the good stuff.
The offense on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Allen. Throwing for his running back, and he's got it complete.
Complete to number 4. A gain of 3. It's 4th down.
They'll try and run for it. And he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the 1st down. And that will force a turnover on downs. And I am not sure, partner, there what the mindset was to go for it. I don't know.
And some teams just feel that possession is the key to everything. They just want to have the football in their hands. No matter how it goes to the other team, they just don't trust doing that. So they say, listen, go for it and try and finish it ourselves.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. Room here to run. And right around the 20, he'll head out of bounds.
116 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long.
I guess it's good we can't really read the mind of the defensive coordinator now, huh?
Had him pinned back there deep, give up that run. Can't be happy.
Yeah, whatever's in his mind right now, we probably couldn't say over the air.
On play action, now Rodgers.
He's going to launch this deep for Watson.
And this is caught on the sideline. Are the feet in? They are. What a catch.
34 yards to gain that time. Another first down.
First down, Green Bay.
They fake the give. Now Rodgers. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. Too far downfield, something those linemen have to watch out for, and that time it costs them. From midfield, here's Rodgers. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting. But I am excited about this. I know you are, too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. Extra point right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter.
Fields this way up at the 17.
The Vikings take over first down 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and then, by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
Firing quickly is Allen. That's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll go option to the short side. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
So with your team leading in the fourth quarter, you know you've got to run the football. They know you've got to run the football. Sometimes that means there's nowhere to run the football.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. Got to figure the rush is going to be fierce again as they come up 2nd and 13. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
And this is an absolutely big third down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big third down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. Now, this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. To throw is Allen. Catch made, it's Moreau. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Another good completion on the drive as the Vikings have a first down.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable third down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Receiver complete. Down inside the 10. Touchdown, Vikings. A great effort there. 36 yards. And the Vikings add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead now up to 14. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. We'll see a return here from the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Working from the gun, Rodgers.
Pass complete, Tunyon.
And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Packer first down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Well, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Devontae Wyatt there for the stop.
Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee, and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time, ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. And Allen is actually going to throw it here. This one caught. It's the tight end, Hawkinson. And nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49.
Well, this was a...
Yeah, let me show you how to be a star. Let me show you how to go far, far. Let me show you how to shine bright. Let me show you how to shine bright. Let me me show you how to be a star. Yeah, pull up with a baddie in a fancy car. How to party like a rock star and play guitar like a superstar. Yeah, and I'm so tired of them playing with me. Yeah, pushing my buttons, this ain't no game to me. Yeah, ain't got time to be explaining me. Yeah, I'ma just take over the game, baby. Yeah, let me show you how to be a star. Let me show you how to go far, far. Let me show you how to shine bright. Let me show you how to shine bright. Let me show you how to raise a bar, how to go large, how to take it too far. Let me show you how to show up and show out and surf the crowd. Trust me, you ain't never seen nothing like this. You ain't never been to a show like this. I'ma give you something to remember forever.